British Columbia is not the leader that it claims to be. Initial progress has stalled and emissions are rising.
This climate action report says BC is not doing enough to protect its citizens against climate change. And at this press conference, a diverse group of advocates and leaders, including Grand Chief Stuart Phillip, have joined forces to speak up against what they say is a ticking time bomb.
It's only going to get worse, and we have to understand that LNG is not the answer. The market is global, it's volatile, and it's too dangerous and too destructive. So I think it's time that our governments woke up to that fact.
Fiona Koza is with the West Coast Environmental Law. She agrees with Grand Chief and says BC needs to take a stronger legal stance towards the fossil fuel industry.
BC is facing millions of dollars for climate damage and adaptation costs related to floods, heat waves, drought, and wildfire damage across the province and cannot afford these rising costs. The province should take legal action to hold the fossil fuel industry accountable.
And with the ongoing wildfires continuing to burn in Los Angeles, California, experts say the signs are there that we are facing even more catastrophic weather-related events if nothing is being done now. Katisha Paul is the youth representative for the Union of BC Indian Chiefs. She says she's very concerned over what she is seeing happen.
It's in our epidemiology to protect the land. We haven't sat idly. And it's things like these annual reports that will help us, commit us to taking grand actions in the face of such an emergency. It is a climate emergency. We have to change the terminology that we're using. Climate crisis. It's no longer just global warming.
Among the 10 recommendations, the report does acknowledge that the BC government has initiated some long-term strategies, but they're asking for them to do even more.
BC needs to invest 2% of its GDP, equivalent to $8.5 billion, towards advancing a zero-emissions economy and creating thousands of good jobs.
With the 10 recommendations here in this report confront the climate emergency crisis, experts are saying that government needs to do more in all levels of government before it gets worse, with them predicting a hotter and drier summer. Tina House, APTN National News, Vancouver.